Here today with our friends. We have Narbc Schaumburg. There goes Chewy. There goes Gavin. Yeah, this is a live stream. We're going to be going through the show a little bit before I actually make the video for today, and just going through different animals that we see at the show today. This is our booth, Featured Creatures. We are over by Snake Discovery, so if any of you guys are here, definitely come check it out. We have some of our dart frogs on display. You can't see them in here, but over here goes one of them. We got a full display with some of our tanks, some plants, just for people to look at. Some are for sale. And then we got our beetles, our blue deafening beetles. So let's go all the way through here and just take a look at just some of the things that we got going on. The show is about to open right now, so it's going to get really busy in a few seconds. But let's just go over quickly some of the different animals that people have in between all the dart frogs, the gargoyle geckos, the crested geckos, the ball pythons, bearded dragons. We got a few different things. We got one of our really good friends here, Jess. Jess specializes in jumping spiders, so she has a ton of jumping spiders, if you guys can see. We have a ton of jumping spiders, nice colorations in all of them as well. So definitely come check her out at House of La Spood. She's next to us by Snake Discovery. And over here, we have another friend. This guy likes to joke around all the time, but he's really good at what he does. And that is making terrariums. So these terrariums are ones that you can just keep at your house, and very little maintenance for them. It is very nice to keep them. I have plenty of his tanks already, especially when he first started coming to the shows we were at. I took a lot of his tanks. I think I bought like 4 or 5 already. But he has a very nice selection of terrariums, as you guys can see. All these different ones, including, but not limited to, orange and red springtails. If you guys want to buy a keychain, he has them available for him too. He's trying out new designs. He loves the fishbowl design, but it's hard to find them. But he does a lot of these other styles as well. So a lot of these you barely have to water, especially if they're fully sealed like this. You don't have to water them for a very, very, very long time. But then if they have small holes in them or just a little bit of an opening, then water them maybe like once every few months or so. How much do you have to water these tanks? 0?
Well, not 0. It depends on which ones, but like something that's fully sealed, you're pretty much not going to water at all. But something like this, I would say once a month. Just give it a good spray. You're good to go.
And what kind of water do you use?
Distilled.
Distilled water. There you
You
go.
could use tap water as long as you leave it sit out for 24 hours overnight.
So what he's talking about is when you leave tap water out over the 24 hours, the chemicals that are in there, like the chlorine, dissipate and remove themselves out of the water, so it makes it safer for the animals. So if you guys have the time, definitely do that. I wouldn't recommend dechlorinating them if you don't have to, but buying distilled water or reverse osmosis water is also a good option. But this is our friend Ken. He's good at what he does. Come check out his booth as well. So let's move on to a few other ones. We got Genetic Genus over here. Specializes in a plethora of ball pythons. What do you guys specialize with ball pythons, or like what morph?
Clown projects, multi-recessives, spot nose, sunsets. We got azanthics.
Look at that one.
Recessive, pretty much.
So if you guys heard that, he does a lot of recessive ball pythons as well. Come check him out. He's going to be right next to us, all the way in the back right of the show. He has some really good ball pythons in here. I know I'll be buying one soon, so I might be back. So we'll see by the end of the show. If you guys want, just take a look at some of his. Definitely stop by his booth. We're going to go right on over here. How's it going? Look, we got a bunch of crested geckos in here. Is that your main thing that you specialize with, crested geckos? Take a look at that one. Video does not do them justice.
Yeah, she's fired down right now, too.
So if you guys are looking for any gargoyles, I definitely recommend coming to his booth for any gargoyles, cresteds, any of those kind of arboreal lizards or geckos. I definitely would recommend coming over here. He has all the supplies that you need for him as well. Different hides, food and water dishes, Pangea, which is a crested gecko and gargoyle gecko favorite. And he even has an enclosure, a starter kit for him. So definitely come check him out. And House of Dragons. I was checking him out yesterday. He has some very, very red dragons. These ones up here will turn into this guy right down here. Definitely come check him out. He's good as well. How's it going? Look, we even got some more crested geckos. Very nice colorations to them. Sorry?
You can never have enough.
Yeah, you can never have enough crested geckos, guys.
Potato chip commercial.
They got the crickets, they got food as well. Definitely come check them out. They are at Reptiles to You. All their different food products. We got all the different geckos. Got more, or not geckos, sorry, crickets. As well as other feeders. They got the hornworms, dubias, waxworms, and so on. Definitely come check them out. If you guys have not yet, I would love for you guys to come to our come to the NARBC Schaumburg. These guys look like they specialize in frogs. Got a bunch of different Dendrobates, Cinctorius, Auratus. Ooh, Azurius. I might be back for some Azurius. You guys have any adult Azurius or?
No, we only have the tadpoles and froglets today.
No problem. Just take a look at some of the colorations of these guys. It's hard to see, but you can see some of the coloring through them.
Strawberry blue beans are my favorite.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, definitely come to them. Totally frogs, all the way in the back of the show, straight in the back. So once you enter the doors, you can just come right to them. These guys, definitely look, they got some Max Snow Leopard geckos as well. Yeah, definitely come check them out, guys. Then we got Pangea. Everyone knows Pangea. I'm gonna focus a little bit more on the smaller vendors today. I got one very good vendor that I want to show you guys, and that is my friend Corey. Corey is here at Crazy Bugs and Pods. If you guys want, definitely come check him out. Crazy Bugs and Pods. Look at that. Buy a mantis for a chance to win an enclosure made by Totally Twisted Terrariums. So I definitely would come check him out. Corey is one of my good friends that I see at almost every show. He specializes in mantises as his main objects, or his main, not objects, but main breeding projects. You guys can see right there. This is what he specializes in. He does some of isopods as well, some jumping spider. He does a mix of a plethora of different things, but the mantises are his big main thing. He has springtails, isopods, other spiders as well. One of my favorites is going to be the pink toe bursicolor. We got regal jumping spiders. He has some enclosures for them as well as just some smaller enclosures, some bigger, smaller if you like. I know he has more that he didn't bring today because he really wanted to focus more on the these guys right there. So yeah, he loves mantises. That's what he does. That's what he specializes in. I definitely respect him for his knowledge on these guys. He can tell you anything that you need to know about them and give you the proper care of them. He's very well versed in breeding and keeping these guys. And this is his beautiful wife, Amber. Now let's take a look around at some of these other guys. So it looks like we got some spiders, some tarantulas. I don't see them, so I can't show you guys what I can't see. But where are? I know they're in here, just can't see them. Well, it's back there. It's harder to see. with all the webbing in there. Thank you. Then over here we have all of the tortoises. I don't not specialize in tortoises, but these are going to be. I know these sulcatas, but I don't know really the other ones. I know there's like cherry and there's like I've heard of the leopard tortoises, but I don't keep them myself. I don't have the space for them, so I can't keep them like I'd want. But look at this guy. Like I said, Livestream doesn't do it justice. You guys can see they have some very nice coloration in their bearded dragons. Very nice. I know my brother-in-law is coming to buy a bearded dragon, so I'm coming around and showing him a few. They have a bunch of different platinum sunfire male, platinum sunfire female, 350. A bunch of different snakes, colubrids, and some other things as well. Definitely come check them out. Ohio Reptile Company. How are ya?
Good, how are you?
Good. Cold-blooded cafe. They're doing a lot of ball pythons as well.
There's waters over here. Yeah.
So at these big shows, they do a lot of ball pythons. So if you guys are looking for ball pythons, they definitely have a plethora of them. We have some more crested geckos over here. And this is Lucky Seven's Reptile. If you guys are entering the show, they're all the way to the left on the back wall. So there's the main entrance. And then they are going to be on the back left wall. And they have all the accessories that you need as well. They got the dishes, food and water dishes. They got plants. You can set up a very nice bioactive enclosure for your gecko. Come check it out from them. How's it going?
Good, you?
Good. This is Dynamic Reptiles. Or not Dynamic, Dynamite Reptiles. And look at this. We just have a wild ball python. These guys are really good with their ball pythons. I've seen them at a few shows as well. You do know that you have a ball python out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making. Yeah, cool. Just making sure. Yep. That's why I always just want to make sure. Come look at this guy. Just cruising around. And what morph is this?
This one is a jigsaw, but he's het lavender. They have the
So he has lavender albino in here, and he said, this one right here? Yeah, let's take a look at him.